Thursday night! Back with another episode of Vigor Warriors 2 and the 1% Club. Hope you guys are doing well on this Sunday evening. I had a chance to catch up on some of the shout-outs and other things. Didn't get a chance to do one yesterday, but we'll catch up today on a number of good topics that we want to talk about. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are conquesting yourself and other things around you in God's purposes. Thank you for the shout-outs, all the donations, and I appreciate the likes and the contributions to the topics and things like that as we go through them. All right, so before we get to our topic, and we got a good topic today about with SR. I want to kind of focus on this because he gave me one recently. But let's talk about some of these other. So Robert Stinson, 835. What's the use of turning back? I agree 100%. We're going to actually do a video on that. So it was a good topic, Robert. Thank you. Darnell Hart, thank you. Antonio, Michael Kibanoff, needed the video. I'm glad, my friend. My purpose is just making sure that we get information out there. If you can use it, great. If you can't, that's okay as well. But it's good to have information out there. Absurd, thank you. Downey 2000, day 93. Only released once. Keep it going, my friend. You know, even if you release, go back and start again. This is a lifestyle change, not just something that you should put yourself down with as soon as, if it happens, it happens. But keep going, learn from it, and keep going out. Jon the Dawn, thank you. Antonio again. Stuart Wagner, thank you. Wilma Davenport, thank you. HealthyWealthy, look like I'm 49 years old. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that as well. Dawson Boyer, Antonio again. Esoteric, thank you. I appreciate that, Antonio. Bulu Fataula, thank you. And Rogelio Gomez from Mexico, welcome, my friend. Welcome to our channel. All right, so at the 2-minute mark, right exactly, we'll talk about something from SR92007. And he actually had a couple of them because part of the issue that we see a lot happening is that people who go on retention, they don't always see the same benefits. And certainly as an older person myself, as an older warrior, at 62 years old, it took a while for me to see benefits because I had just gotten in such a habit of not thinking in terms of purity and thinking in terms of, lust and all those things. And so what happened was it takes longer to cleanse your system. Now, I'm not sure the situation with people like SR and other people talking about this, but the idea, my friends, is that don't give up on the idea. You got to really believe this is something that you're going to try to do. It took me 47 years, and I know this by my own habit. 47 years, I didn't believe totally in committing to this. And now I feel better than I've ever felt before. And I'll tell you some of the things that I've been doing. I mean, I'm on the one of the Lose It app, under 2,000 calories eating, and now, kind of doing treadmill, planking and everything, and I feel unbelievable. But I'm at 1,000, 1,100 something days, and I feel better than I've ever felt. I feel better than I was when I was 20 years old playing football. So I cannot tell somebody who's just starting this process, all those benefits are going to kick in at any moment. I started, all that stuff back when I was 13 years old, something like that. And it took me until 57, 58 years old to actually have enough confidence to commit to it. So you got to make a commitment to it and realize there's going to be some up and downs. It's going to take some time. And that's part of what's going on with a lot of people who, they'll send messages saying, well, nothing's happened yet. Give it time, warriors. Give it some time. But the cause is important. But think of it this way. You should not be doing SR, semen retention, because you want a girlfriend. That should not be the reason. Yes, of course, women will be attracted to you. There's no doubt about that. But you have to kind of change the mindset of what you're trying to do. So the question SR was asking, he had two of them. We'll focus on another one in another episode. But he's talking about getting a girlfriend and also approaching women. Should he approach women during SR? Well, here's the situation. SR, semen retention, is a lifestyle. Let's first talk about this. You are connecting with the Lord. This is a spiritual type of thing. Yes, it's a physical. Of course, it's the it's the physical, not releasing type of thing. But it's also something in your mind that you and your Lord, your Creator, is coming to an understanding, and you're becoming closer to Him and realizing you don't need that in your life. You do not need to release. And then the next step is you don't need to think of women in terms of your identity. You should not be thirsting after women, chasing women around. Women will chase you. This happens all the time. You know, even at 62 years old, it's just amazing the female attraction level that I get. People inviting me to go out here and go there and all that kind of stuff. You know, you have to really kind of think to yourself, why is this happening? Well, it's happening because you change yourself. You now have self-discipline, self-control. The SR is the first step, but as time goes on, you're going to find yourself controlling other things. As I said, I feel tremendous right now. I love the cold showers I take in the morning. I've kind of regulated my calories down to almost 2000, 2001, 2002. And I'm doing treadmill, 600 calories on that thing. The planks I'm doing, the Fountain of Youth stuff. There's also systematic type of thing that I'm doing. Intermittent fasting, eating three times a day. It's a system now. It's finally working. After all these years, I have a system that's working. So that's what I have to say to all our warriors out there. Be patient. It took me 47 years. It will not take you 47 years. You'll do it a lot faster than I will. So let's get to the question again. A great question, and thank you. Shout out to SR on this one. That's SR92007. So, should I approach women under semen retention? And the question is, really, you're not really approaching women in the sense of thirsting after women anymore. So let's first start with that. You're not approaching them thirsting after women. You may approach a woman and talk with her. I would say go up to a woman and just kind of look in her eyes. And if she's responding, saying hi, start a conversation. There's nothing wrong with that. She'll probably end up starting with you first. But you can kind of gauge as time goes on. But I would not approach women. I don't believe in approaching women any longer. I used to years ago. But those were my simp days back in the old days, when I didn't know really any better. I had no clue about semen retention. I had no clue about this because I really did not learn, as most of us young men do. We don't know about really the way life is and what women really want when it comes to relationships and men and masculine men. Women want a totally different thing, as you find out after you go through some trial and errors and bad relationships. You figure out this is what really women want, though they may not say it. Society doesn't say it. But the bottom line really is they want a masculine male who will dominate, will be a dominant force. Mystery, intrigue, a person that they have to chase. So I would never, first of all, SR, I would never approach women anymore. I would say, let the women come to you. Now, if the women come to you and they basically make an effort to say, okay, let's talk, that's great. You can judge as you go along. But again, realize, you don't want to lose your energy. So, if it's a friendship, if you're developing a friendship, if you're just making an acquaintance, that's wonderful. There's nothing wrong with that. But if it's going to go deeper than that, think to yourself, is this situation worth it? Is the situation worth me changing my goals? I guarantee you, SR92007, if you're able to establish your goals, get yourself better, keep working on yourself as you go along, there'll be so many women who are interested in you that you won't even have time to do anything else if you spend time with them. In fact, what will happen is you'll be spending more and more time on developing yourself. These women will go crazy because you can't spend attention with them. And once you get attention away, and I think Gumtrop said this, and we'll do another video, but once you take away the attention from women, they're curious. Why is this guy not like the other 99% of guys around? Why are they not giving me attention? And so now they want to know, and they can kind of get fixated on you, and their whole goal is to get your attention. And now they'll do anything to get your attention. But the point really being, is this person really fitting in your goals? Are they fitting into what you want? If not, and you're doing it just for that person, then to me that's a simp behavior. And I know, I used to do that. I had bad relationships because of that kind of stuff. So when we look at the question here, there's two aspects of this. First of all, when you look at approaching women, I would never approach a woman. I would never approach women. You could say, most women will give you a signal. And when you look in their eyes, you will tell whether or not they understand you're a dominant person. If they're smiling and giving you an open type of attitude and saying, okay, I'm willing to be feminine here, then I don't see a problem in going ahead and saying hi and talking to the person. But the idea is that you're going to come off as an attractive magnet. See, I think we have to understand that, warriors. We are an attractive magnet. Other people will find us attractive. You have to start thinking about that in your mind. We are an attractive, high-value, masculine male. There's very few out there, 1%. And so all the women will be coming after you. It's just a matter of time. Now, you have to start believing that as time goes on. And that's just a matter, really, of looking at the situation and saying, okay, I'm doing all the right things. I'm focusing on all the right things. And the idea is you have to kind of say, okay, are we really going to go ahead and talk and find out exactly who and what I want? Or are you focused more on saying, okay, I'm going to try to please this person, this woman, and this woman? If that's the case, you're acting in a more of a simpist behavior, and I would not recommend that. I'd avoid that. So, first of all, I wouldn't approach women. And second of all, you don't need to approach women because women will come after you. Women will look at you and try to figure out who you are because you're so rare. You're not chasing after skirts. You're not looking at women. You're not trying to focus on women. You're focusing on yourself, bettering yourself, and making sure you're that outstanding male who's a masculine, strong male. So great question, SR. And, it's a lifestyle change. So don't give up the situation. Keep trying, but better yourself first. Focus on yourself within your rules with your law with the Creator and what the Creator wants you to do and what God wants you to do. And you're focusing then on bettering yourself. Once you do that, then all of a sudden, it becomes a different situation. Now you become that strong masculine male, and you're not getting all distracted by all the things around you. And then you become someone who is really an attractive person. Again, however, that's not the reason you're doing semen retention. You're not trying to do semen retention because you want attractive women. Women will be there. In fact, women will always be there because they're yearning for a person who has that kind of strength, that masculine energy that you have because you're not releasing. They're going to want that. But you got to decide who you want in your life. Whether it's ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, or regular girlfriends, whatever it might be. You decide who you want, and you decide how they're going to help you achieve your goals. Because women want to get validation. That is their huge type of issue. They want validation. You, on the other hand, are a male who's got purpose and goals and want to achieve things. If that woman falls into it, fine, give her the validation if she helps you achieve your goals. But if not, then move on. Find some other people will, because I'll tell you it's a waste of time, and I've done it many, many times. Waste of energy and a waste of time. All right, so thanks a lot. SR, I hope it helps you. Keep in touch. We'll do another one about not paying attention to women from Gumdrop. Also, it's quit trying so hard to get a girlfriend. We'll focus on that one as well. We have a lot of little ones going down the line as well. But I'll leave you tonight, guys, with two things as always. First of all, every day is a new day to a great warrior. And second, remember to battle